Oh, he's done a wee. That is a big wee.
Every year, over 3,000 animals of all shapes and sizes pass through Fitzpatrick referrals.
Lovely.
Each one of them is here because they need specialist help.
And how old are you, little munchkin? 17 weeks. I've got stacks. They're lovely dogs.
Today, Andrea and Graham from Essex have brought in Jasper, who has a serious developmental problem with his front legs. They've already seen 2 vets before bringing him to the practice.
We were told like 10 days ago that there was nothing they could do and we was going to have to watch him get more and more crippled.
They've only had Jasper for 10 weeks.
It was my first puppy and it's been quite a whirlwind. I wasn't expecting to feel how I feel about Jasper. It's just blown me away how much I love him. We have to try and put our emotions on the shelf. I'm not going to be doing a very good job at that, but I'll try. The intention's there.
Right, Jasper, please. Hello, guys.
Andrea and Graham are hoping that Noel will be able to find a way of fixing Jasper's painful limbs.
Hello, mate. How are you doing there? So when did you guys notice there was anything wrong at all?
He was playing with his favourite older dog and he jumped off a piece of furniture and he started limping and we took him to the vet.
Which leg was he limping on?
The right one.
You can see here how his 2 legs are going out that way. So as his legs grow, he's going to keep growing out that way. And eventually he would end up in a situation where his chest would just go down and he wouldn't be able to stand up on him potentially. So that's why you're here today. So I know that your vet has called me up and they're concerned that he's getting worse rapidly.
Yeah.
And what's abundantly obvious is that the reason for this is this big bump here. So that big bump there represents one of the bones being forced out of his joint. So our job today is to decide whether it's fixable or not. Mm-hmm. But leaving him like he is will be very challenging for him. Where I'm coming from is that our moral responsibility is to get him out of pain. Yeah. And if he's going to be in persistent pain for the rest of his life, then we would potentially have to consider euthanasia. All right, sweetie pie, you come with me, all right, buddy?
Jasper is admitted into the clinic. He will be sedated and scanned.
I have a new friend.
So Noel can see whether an operation will be able to provide Jasper with a pain-free life.
Cuddles.
It never occurred to me that Jasper was going to be put to sleep. So I was devastated. Yeah, I felt like being punched.
When I take an animal from the consulting room into the prep area, I feel this enormous burden of trust. No matter how many times I do it, I feel this weight on my shoulders until I give the animal back to them.
If Jasper's deformed limbs can be corrected by an operation, his stay here could last for months. Many of the animals being cared for in the clinic have injuries that require unorthodox treatment.
Hi, Alfie.
Alfie, a Shetland sheepdog, arrived 8 weeks ago with a broken neck.
Seeing Alfie in the cast, that was a first, so I've not seen any patients stuck in that position.
A brace is holding Alfie's neck in the correct alignment whilst it heals, but it means his mobility is extremely limited.
Good boy, Alfie.
The top 2 bones in Alfie's neck had come apart because the ligaments had never formed properly. They were never held together properly in the first place. So the cast around Alfie's neck was providing a very elegant, non-surgical solution to Alfie's very difficult problem.
Today, Mike, the surgeon who's been caring for Alfie, can finally remove the brace.
Yay! He doesn't look that beautiful. He looks a little bit like Nick Hucknall, kind of a ginger dreadlock thing going on. Especially if you're holding back the ears. Oh! What's she doing? This is the first time I've opened my jaw this way. 8 weeks.
Wow.
Wrong way, Alfie.
After 2 months in a brace, Alfie is given the all clear.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's like Forrest Gump.
It's been a painful separation for Alfie's owner, Jill.
Freedom.
Freedom at last. Looks like a sheep.
I know, doesn't he? Yeah. He's walking really well.
Back in the consulting room, Jasper's scan results are in.
Right, help me out here. Hold on. This is a bad situation. I can't give him any guarantees.
After a long wait, Noel calls in Andrea and Graham.
Hi guys, I'm so sorry. Come on in. Do you want to come next to me? Because I want to show this to you. Right, so look, the bottom line is this is really bad. Yes, we do have some decisions to make. The reality is that if we do nothing, he's going to be in a lot of pain. I checked him after you had left. In all honesty, he's in a lot more pain than you think he is. He's just managing because he doesn't know life any different. My concerns are that this is very bent. That's a big deal. I'm going to have to straighten it and remodel it at the same time. It's more changed in shape than I would have liked it to be. And I can only do what biology will allow me to do. So if I'm in the middle of surgery and I think, look, I can't get this to fit the way I want it to, then I'm in big trouble. So I need a decision because I need to crack on and do my best to fix him, but you need to understand that it might not work. Do you want me to crack on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What about the time?
That's the decision then, and I'll do my very best in the next 4 hours. Come on, you'll be all right. All right. You can hold it together. Right, you gotta hold it together for me, because you're gonna make me cry. I can't be crying while I'm operating. All right? Yeah. Okay. The reality of being the guardian of an animal is that you are laid totally bare. I've had people lie on the floor hysterical. I've had people hit me, physically hit me. I had an army general about to send soldiers into war crying his heart out over his dachshund. And most people coming to see me are unprepared for the truth. So when I tell them the truth, it's like a tornado blowing through their mind and they don't know what to do. They're in a total headspin.
Noel is going to attempt to pull Jasper's elbow joints back into position, but it is complex surgery and may go on for hours.
This puppy is like operating on a 1-year-old human baby. So the bone is very, very soft and you can damage it real easy.
It's early evening at Fitzpatrick Referrals, and Noel is operating on Jasper, a 4-month-old staffy.
Okay, hold tight. Hold on. Do it.
If the operation isn't successful, the puppy may have to be put to sleep.
He's so misshapen at the top end that he doesn't want to go back in. This bone has never been in the joint, and as a result it's grown with a dome on the top of it, so it's shaped like a hill. And it should be shaped like a valley. Does not want to go back in.
To save Jasper from a life of pain, Noel has to move both of the elbow joints back into their sockets.
Come on. That does not want to go. Okay, we got another probably 4 millimeters. Here we go. All right. Come on. He's in.
With the elbow joint now finally in the correct position, Noel must secure it with steel pins.
Come on. Okay, we're in. Good.
Now he builds a scaffold frame to support the bones as they heal.
The wire scaffold frame is really quite an amazing device. It suspends the bone within the wire frame. And there's a little bit of bounce in it so that as Jasper grows and as he moves, the bone remodels into a new elbow.
After 6 hours, the surgery is complete.
All right, that looks pretty good. Let's get him cleaned off. Let's go to X-ray. Come on, big guy.
But before Jasper can be taken to the wards, Noel needs to scan the legs to be certain that the elbow joints are now correctly aligned.
I need this under his chest. Lift him. Right, let's go. Other leg. Do it. Well, it's not perfect, but it's the best that I can do. My hope would be that that will be enough. And that he should be okay with the elbows as they are. But my worry now is that his two bones that make up his forearms are actually growing at different rates. I think that we're going to be doing another procedure on him.
It's late at night at Fitzpatrick's, but the waiting room isn't empty.
How old's Len?
Oh,
47, I think.
No, 29. Oh, 29.
You're in your 20s.
Yeah. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why is it amazing?
Because you should be in your 40s.
Oh. Andy and his daughter Lola have brought in their cat Lolli, who's been hit by a car. Lolli went missing for 5 days.
I'm going to take her out.
When she was eventually found, it was clear she was having trouble walking.
I know. This is the bad bit.
So tell me what happened. Go on, Lola, go on.
On Tuesday night, I went to Brownies, and then she ran off when my friend was leaving the house.
Well, how did you find her?
Well, we handed out these leaflets.
You were standing there literally handing them out.
We put the posters up on the lamppost, didn't we?
We put the leaflets through doors.
So how far away from your house was she found then?
She only probably about 500 yards, I'd say.
Yeah, wow. What was the thing?
I first saw her when she came out of the bushes, and my mum was carrying her.
What was that like?
Relieved that we had found her, but sad because I knew that she might have had to be put down.
Despite the late hour, Lolli is sedated so that her hips can be x-rayed from all angles.
You can sit here because I need you to be quite close. So I'm gonna give you the king's throne. Right, so here we go. Here's an x-ray of the entire body. So Lolli's head is up here. Obviously this is a huge Lolli. Lolli's not really that big. It's magnified, okay? And this is Lolli's hip bones. And look, you can see what's happened here is that this piece is pushed into, so it should be out here, but it's crushed in. So that whole
Noel has invented a surgical technique that he hopes will fix Lolli's broken pelvis.
This is what we call an external frame, a frame outside the body, and it's like a grappling hook. Have you ever seen a grappling hook picking up things, picking up bricks? Have you ever been in an amusement arcade?
No.
Have you ever seen those machines that you win teddy bears with? Yeah. You know the one that goes bzzz, picks up the teddy bear and then drops it down the thing. Have you ever seen one of those?
Yeah.
That's what this is like. So it grips it like a grappling hook, and this scaffolding grappling hook holds all the pieces together.
Lolli's pain will be carefully managed, and she'll be kept in overnight until her operation in the morning.
For me, she's really, really special. It felt really so I felt really sad and empty without her.
Lola will have to wait to see if the surgery is successful.
Playing with a Rottweiler, what do you want?
It's been just over 3 weeks since Jasper, the staffy puppy, had his deformed elbows pulled back into their joints.
Yeah, I think his mum is going to come this afternoon and see him, so that'd be really nice for her to see how he's doing and him to see her, so a little reunion.
His owners have been held back from visiting in order to give his bones the best possible chance to heal. It's been a long wait for Andrea, but today she's made the 2-hour drive from Essex to visit him.
Oh my goodness, he's got so big. All right, calm down. All right, mind those little feet. Unbelievable, because I've been really upset this week. I've been crying because I've not been able to see him for 2 weeks nearly. So it's hard not being with him. And the last couple of days I thought, oh, I know he's not going to come home. And still don't know that he is, but I just can't believe how strong and brave he is. He was only in our house about 36 hours, and that was it. I fell in love. I never imagined feeling like this at all. I feel blessed. If he doesn't come home and he is put to sleep because of the fact that he doesn't make it through, I feel blessed that he was given to me to show me that. Myself and Graham tried for children and we couldn't have them together. So we also tried IVF 3 times as well, and that failed. I didn't consciously realise when we were researching whether a dog would be right for us and our family that was behind that. But from the minute that Jasper came through the door as a puppy, so vulnerable, it then dawned on me that was that had happened, really. That scene was very reassuring. Because I wonder if I did have a puppy or a little piglet because of the noise he makes.
Andrea has to leave Jasper at Fitzpatrick's, where he'll undergo more physiotherapy before his next operation. It's mid-afternoon, and Lolli, the cat with the broken pelvis, is on her way to surgery. She's been sent to Noel because he's pioneered a unique surgical procedure to rebuild her hips.
The positioning of the patient's absolutely critical for this operation. If you don't have it right, I can't get my pins in the right spot.
The impact from the car shattered Lolli's pelvis into many pieces. Noel must reassemble the bone fragments using a sophisticated scaffold of pins and clamps.
I would say that of all the surgeries we do, this is one of the most artistic. The big advantage of this technique of putting scaffolding outside the pelvis is that you can do it through very, very tiny windows, and as a result it's minimally invasive, so that the fractures heal quicker because you don't disrupt the muscle. You leave the muscle where it is. With a baby, the bone heals very quickly, so this frame will probably be only on 4 or 5 weeks. The surgery for Lolli went according to plan. Everything fitted back into place. Done. Right, let's go to X-ray now. But it was going to be 2 or 3 days before we would know that everything was working well and she was no longer in pain.
Lolli is 9-year-old Lola's best friend.
Lolli sleeps on top of my bed and she just crawls under where there's a gap and gets and snuggles down under the covers. When she comes in here, it's like just me and her in our own world.
Good girl, let's see her walk. We're going to go in next door to the sunroom. Hey, mate, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right.
It's been 4 days since the surgery, and today Noel needs to assess her recovery.
Cats never do what you want them to do, but let's have a look. All right, babe. Animals are incredibly resilient. Well done, Lolli. They go through immense trauma after a road traffic accident, after being lost for several days, and then being put back together. And a few days later, they're walking. Well done. Okay, off we go. Good girl. Go on then. Good girl. Off we go. Well done. Well done, Lolli. And every single time I see that, it brings a smile to my face because that's the reason I'm a veterinary surgeon. Go on, have a little potter. Let's have a look. Good girl. Well done. Well done. Off we go. Come on then. Good girl. Good girl. Well done. Go on then.
Do you want her to go in? Or?
Yeah, she can go in. Do you want to go in your basket? Good girl. Look who's here.
Lolli!
Now. Okay, so you're going to have to be very, very gentle now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's okay.
There we go. So I know that's quite scary, but that's normal. Okay? And she'll get used to it. You gonna be able to cope with that?
Yeah. I thought it was a bit shocking when I first saw it. She looked really weird. She looked more like a poodle than a cat.
Her tail's still wagging.
Lola can now take Lolli home to continue her miraculous recovery. But it comes at a cost. The treatment was around £3,500.
It's important that you have pet insurance.
It's very important because that made the difference between life and death
It
there.
did, literally, yeah.
Okay, Lola.
Thanks, Dan.
Look after things,
Yeah, cheers.
and I will see you soon.
Yeah,
Take care.
thanks.
Bye. Jasper, how you doing today, buddy?
Hey, mate.
The costs for long-term patients can be even higher.
Oh, you big lump. Oh.
Jasper, the staffy puppy, has now been at the practice for 6 weeks.
Don't pee on me.
The metal frames have done their job, and his elbows have healed into a better position.
Right.
Today, Noel is checking his progress.
Pushing the radius back into position worked reasonably well. It'll never be perfect, but Jasper is pain-free now on the elbow and it's moving in a straight line, so that's good. Not perfect, but good enough.
But as Noel feared, the 2 bones in Jasper's forearms are growing at different speeds, causing his wrists to move outwards. So he will need another operation.
So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to chop a piece out of the bone which is shorter, and we're going to straighten the other bone so that the foot is nice and straight again.
Jasper is prepared for theatre, but before Noel can start the surgery, his team become concerned.
There's a risk with every anesthetic that any animal or any human has. And on a very rare occasion, something goes bad.
His respiration just started to decline, and then he stopped breathing.
What's going on?
He was breathing fine, and then it just stopped.
Let me see.
Jasper's gone into cardiac arrest after going under the anaesthetic.
Let's go.
I haven't got up to him, James. Somebody else get breathing for him, please. Right, he's got person standing with a pulsing or a pulse. They haven't got some breathing for him. We've got 20 minutes.
Come on, babe. Come on.
Just give him a adrenaline, his nose is tubed. Everything's off, the artery's off. In reverse, the methadone. Turn off the light, ketamine. You give the action.
So you got a heartbeat.
Everyone's just waiting for someone to be able to feel a pulse, a patient to breathe, something to show that we've got them back.
He's waking up, he's swallowing. Hey, buddy. Let's sit him up. Alright, buddy. How long did the heart stop for? 60 seconds.
Not that long, I would have said. Maybe 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's fine. He's always wagging his tail. As soon as Emma saw that there was any problem at all, she was all over it. And that's made the difference between him being dead and being alive. Simple as that. His heartbeat's really regular now, but it would be unsafe to continue with the anaesthetic at this point, which is really unfortunate. It's so frustrating because every day that goes by, his legs are becoming more deformed now. We have no time. So we're going to try again, probably in a few days' time, and we'll fix him. I'm still convinced we'll fix him, but he's really putting us through it. I better go ring his folks. So I know this is torturous for you. I get that. But you're gonna need to be brave. I have to respond to the situation that I'm dealt.
Yep.
Yeah. Bye. Bye. She's gonna have to come to terms with the fact that in order to have a normal life, he has to go through an element of risk. And although that's ethically and morally really difficult every time I do it, every time I anesthetize an animal, it's a voyage of hope, and you're balancing the risks against the rewards.
Jasper will have to wait another 5 days before Noel can attempt the operation again.
Oh dear. I've got nosebleed. I've got a sudden impromptu nosebleed. Excuse me while I just...
It's early evening at the practice, and Noel is called outside to deal with an unusual emergency.
Hey, mate. How are you doing? So what's happened then?
Being kicked by a horse.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's just that hind leg there.
Owners Billy and Neil have transported their pig Toffee here from their animal sanctuary in Kent.
Is the foot hanging to one side, basically? Alright.
But there's an added complication. She's heavily pregnant.
So when is she due?
We would imagine any time now.
Great. Mate, am I going to become a daddy? Gosh. Alright, you pop the blanket underneath her, get her out so I can have a look at her. She's going to squeal. I used to do a lot of pigs. Just hold there. Alright, mate. She's got a big fractured tibia. It's hanging off. This is a very bad situation. Let's get her back in the trailer. Alright, mate, watch that, watch that. You're on the foot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, good. Well done. Good. So you're going to get the injections.
We've never had a pig in the hospital. No, it was a first for us. And awful though it sounds, I hope it's the last. There's an awful lot of cleaning up to do after a pig. I apologise for the noise.
Porrig, Noel's right-hand man, sedates Toffee in preparation for her surgery.
I'm a big fan of a bacon sandwich, but apart from that, I've not really dealt with many pigs. It can't be that difficult. It's the same. It's the same as a cat or a dog. It's just shaped like a pig.
Well, she's definitely a special animal. She's ever so playful and upbeat and happy, and I just nurture her, look after her, and love her, and that's how it is.
Last thing I need on a Friday night.
The X-ray reveals that Toffee's fracture is worse than Noel had originally thought.
People have the impression that surgery is a very delicate thing and that it's full of finesse and fine art. And there's a time and a place for that, but Toffee was neither the time or the place. Pulling the pig now. I had to pull with all my might to stretch out those two pieces of bone so that the ends met together again. And that was not an operation of finesse. Alright. I'm gonna pull with both hands. When I tell you, I want you to push with your big Scottish thumb on that. Okay? You ready? Alright, here we go. Someone put their foot on the table. Come on. That's it. Hold. I got it. Let go. Hold the foot. Stay there. That's it.
With the pieces of bone now back together, Noel secures them in place.
What we're hoping is that this frame will support this foot when it bears weight, so that all of the pressure doesn't go into my fracture repair. Give it time to heal.
It was important with Toffee, because she was pregnant, because she was on the point of having her piglets, that we got her in an environment where she felt at home. And that was back on the farm for her.
Toffee is discharged straight away. But not all of Noel's cases are so straightforward. 7-year-old Labrador Mojo will soon be undergoing a major operation on his spinal cord.
So what we're going to do is we're going to just check your foot here, buddy. So that foot should come straight back. It doesn't, it stays there. So basically he doesn't know where that foot is in space and time. When we turn him in a tight circle, his feet are flailing out all around him. He's like an octopus on acid. Now the reason for all of that is up here in his neck. Basically his brain is not sending the signals all the way down here properly. And the signals coming from here are not being fed back up here properly and doing their job. And the reason for that is there's a problem here in his neck. What will happen if we do nothing here is that gradually the spinal cord will get squished and he won't be able to walk, so he will be paralyzed.
The operation on Mojo's spine is extremely challenging. But for Mojo's owners, it's a risk worth taking.
I talk to Mojo as if we were friends, and he talks to Mojo as his master. Yeah, that's probably the main difference. Mojo does listen to me, but he obeys much quicker when he's the one commenting. Yeah.
He certainly has settled in well. All the girls are very fond of him, which is a good thing because today is his surgery day. And I just want to recap what we're going to do in his neck right now, which is this bit.
Yeah.
2 of those discs are squishing on the spinal cord. So what I've got to do is I've got to drill down on his spine, put a bolt in to keep it apart.
Yeah.
What we need to remember is that that's risky.
Yeah.
He could also not recover in the next 48 to 72 hours.
Yeah.
I just need you to take on board that it's possible that he might not make it. Well, we're going to take him through now in a few minutes, and you're going to need to say goodbye. It is very difficult for both of you, I know that, but you know that we're between a rock and a hard place, because if we don't do it, we're going to lose him anyway.
When you really face the possibility of actually losing someone, it feels so real. So that's when probably it clicked, I think, like most.
I remember that when we said goodbye, and the travel home was quite a lot of Kleenex. Because we knew that, that might be the last time. And then when he took him out, like from the room, that was, tough.
Noel has developed a unique way of performing this operation, but it is still a high-risk procedure.
So the biggest problem with this operation is you physically can't see the spinal cord because it's the other side. So you're effectively drilling into a deep dark hole, at the bottom of which you could kill the dog. My job was to go in there and replace the discs with special bolts that pushed the vertebrae apart again, taking the pressure off his spinal cord and getting rid of his pain. I'm on the cord now. So just watch it like a hawk. I don't want to see that blood pressure dropping. Suction now!
Noel has drilled into a blood vessel in Mojo's spine. It could be fatal.
The only way, hold, to stop that bleeding is to put a screw in there. Right, I'm right over the venous sinus. I might hit it again. Keep on it. Hold that. One to go, stay on it. Come on! Get a stethoscope on there. Talk to me. Can you hear anything?
Yeah, I can.
What's the heart rate? Right, well, there's nothing on. Just listen. We got a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm having a heart rate.
It's sounding okay. Blood pressure's 64.
Right, good. It must have stopped bleeding. Last one. We're there. Should be okay. When you're in a high pressure situation like that in the middle of an operation, there's only one thought in your head, and that's saving the animal. Hello, Thomas? Yes. Hi, it's Noel. I'm so sorry it's so late. It's just been a very, very long.
He told us that he would see how the dog would react to some tests on his legs. Because there was a chance, I think, of him being paralyzed after the surgery.
Alright, good night. Bye-bye. Bye. Wow. He really does love that dog.
It will be 2 days before Noel knows if Mojo has any chance of walking again.
Brickyard Farm, isn't there? Ah, welcome to the retreat. Superb. Let's see, can we find our little lady?
It's been 5 weeks since Toffee had her fractured leg pinned back into place. Today, Porrig is making a house call. Toffee's recovery has been somewhat hampered by the arrival of a very large litter of piglets.
Good girl. Come on, girl. Come on. All right. Mayhem with the babies. Yeah. Everything's been traumatic for her, so she sends them the warning signs. They like fly up the protected mother then. Yeah. So how many babies did she have in total? She's got 10. She's got 10. They literally just look like one big black pig at the moment. They just move with 10 heads. Relax. Relax. So she has got muscle wastage, but that's to be expected. Is it? After any kind of fracture, yeah, there's always muscle wastage there. It's okay. Good girl. Good girl. So I can feel around where the fracture was that we've got a lot of new bone formation. So I think if we could just eke out another week, another 2 weeks possibly with the frame on, yeah, we're giving that bone every chance it can to heal. Brilliant. Thank you, Porrig.
When she recovers, Toffee and her piglets will be able to join the other rescued pigs in the field.
This is great. Here you go. Come and get it. Electric fence. Got shot through the bread. Remember why I don't do large animals anymore.
Back at Fitzpatrick's, Jasper the puppy is nearing the end of an unusually long recovery. He's had £9,000 worth of treatment, a number of operations, and has even survived a cardiac arrest.
So Jasper was in hospital for 3 months. That was really difficult. But no matter what, it was coming to that visiting room, tail wagging. Sorry.
He's been given hydrotherapy 28 times and had 168 physiotherapy sessions to strengthen his newly corrected legs.
I'd sort of resigned myself to the fact that he's going to need to be there until he is ready to come home, and I am going to have to man up and just wait until he's ready, because it's about him and not me. I got that final realisation after such a long time. So it was a bit of a shock when he said he was ready to come home. A very welcome shock.
Come on, Jasper. Jasper, come on.
5 months on, and Andrea and Graham can now walk him off the lead.
He's full of life, he's full of energy.
He's got his own characteristics. He does a great meerkat impression, which he's doing right now, but there we go.
He looks fantastic and he's happy. His legs are working and pain-free. What more could we ask for? That's what we signed up for, and that's what we've got.
There's a good boy.
Animals are my life. That's my vocation. And every now and then, an animal will come along that will remind you of that in the biggest possible way.
It's been 48 hours since Mojo had surgery on his spine. So far, he's shown no signs of wanting to stand up.
For the first couple of days after the surgery, I was very worried that he might never walk again. The surgery was a big deal for him, for any animal. So going to see him was a scary moment for me, because all I really wanted was to squeeze his toes and have him tell me, yes, no, I can feel my feet. And that was all I was expecting.
Mojo.
Hey Mojo.
Hello. How good is that?
Hey, looking really good today.
Ah! Don't get up. Wow. Hi, buddy. Hi. Come on then. Walk.
Hey buddy.
Oh my God. Whoa.
Mojo's recovery is astonishing.
That's amazing. That is absolutely not what I expected. I don't think there's anything in the veterinary literature about a treble cervical fusion that is relatively comfortable and able to walk. Come on, able to walk within 48 hours. We rock! What we're doing here is so incredibly special. The other night I was asking myself, when I was doing this, why am I doing this so late? I'm so tired. My back is killing me. And I'm only alive for so long. Why do we do it? This is why we do it. And if he hadn't lived, I would have been very sad. Because him living helps me. Really does. To put this in perspective, this is like you being hit by a truck, breaking your neck, and walking within 2 days.
It's unbelievable, actually. We've been very, very grateful for a long time, ever.
Yeah, forever. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. It's my pleasure.
A week ago, we didn't know if he comes back, so thank you.
It's all right, buddy. Well done. Well done on being brave enough, eh? Good man.
Thank you very much.
Good man. All right.
When Noel told us there is the possibility of doing that surgery, obviously, like it's an expense and everything, I didn't think twice. I would have sold my kidney, I think, or yours.
Mine first.
Yeah.
Next time,
So how long would you expect her to live?
Forever.
She can see.
to save a much-loved Great Dane, Noel seeks the perfect fusion of mechanics and biology.
To me, that little nugget of bone marrow is worth more than a nugget of gold.
A cat's life hangs in the balance.
Looks like this foot's dying.
And there's a new arrival at the practice.
Look at my new baby.
What are you
And
doing?
I thought surgery was hard.
Like, what are you doing?
This is very technically challenging, this stuff, isn't it?